Hey everyone, welcome back. Walkabout, talk about. It's Pete. It's Pete and Richard. Richard and Pete. Welcome back. It's Sunday. And things in the world just keep getting more and more interesting. Yeah, so Trump's threats against Russia and his 2 nuclear submarines hasn't done anything. And then Zelensky Stein, he gives another threat to Putin. Give us an unconditional ceasefire. It's kind of funny. Ceasefire unconditionally, huh? By the 8th, which is a couple days from now. Or else. But I really don't think that's going to happen because I've known for a few years now exactly what Russia has stated to the world, what they're going to consider the end of the war, or what they call their special military operation. And it isn't going to be the United States or Zelensky Stein threatening them. They're going to, from what I understand, get all the territory they want in that state so they can guarantee their security. And they were going to denazify it with no more Nazis and make sure there's no weapons in there. And then they're going to guarantee half of the country's security, I believe. And then I got the feeling, because the history of Ukraine, I've heard the chit-chat, that Poland wants their peace and Hungary wants their peace back. Well, the world is not a 45-minute long sitcom. Oof, she's kind of burning on the side there, isn't she? But, yeah, so that doesn't seem to be doing any good. And then, this happened this June here, back around the 14th, where Great Britain is over there doing Middle East maneuvers with the U.S., and I'm assuming with the usual suspects. And in the midst of all their maneuvering and doing their stuff, an F-35 got stranded. And it got stranded with technical issues in an Indian Air Force base for about a month. And after this F-35, which belonged to the Royal Navy, sat there for a month, $110 million top-of-the-line stealth aircraft, which I heard through other channels, that when they flew it in, Israel flew it into Iran, that China and Russia learned how to track it, and they were targeting it. And I also hear that happens to it down there in the south, next to the Egyptian border, when they go that way to do their usual suspect maneuvers. And they're getting targeted. But that's not even the biggest thing. But because of this fiasco with our technology, Russia swept in and gave India a freaking a fighter jet package that was unresistible for them. Now apparently they got some deal for some Su-57s and some Su-34s, and also the rights to build them in their country, and India scooped it up. Now, is this one of the things that Trump was getting upset about, that at India for? He's like, we want to sanction India because India, we don't like them doing business with them. Possibly, maybe. But you know, if your junk's going to be sitting out there on the tarmac of a foreign country, and you're trying to sell it and that thing's broke for a month, it's not a good way to sell a vehicle, let alone a fighter jet, especially one worth $110 million a pop. So seems like the U.S. military is losing out again. I should say that would be the Pentagon, selling more weapons because it's, you know, war is profit. Come on, Pete, keep up. Pete. So, as it was yesterday and it is today, Russia's art of the deal Russia doesn't seem to accept the art of the deal from Trump. And like I said, Russia back in the day, for 3 years now, 24, they came up with 2 peace treaties, the Minsk I and the Minsk II, which were basically signed and accepted, and then came Boris Johnson. Don't do that. And what I found out today was that the plans that they had, which I've even mentioned in my last videos, was to do as they do in all countries. Bribe the existing government to do as they say and pay them, the people in the government, the leaders and that, to legally give NATO, the country, so then in can sweep the bankers and the industrialists and everyone that wants to profit from the minerals and the oil and the gas and whatever is there, and give nothing to the people of the country. And they were under the impression that they were going to be able to do that in Russia with Putin, and then they wanted to divvy up Russia into smaller little chunks and sell it off. And that would be their victory. Come on, Pete. And they always refer to their companies and corporations as people. So it would be very good for the people of Russia, instead of living under that dictator tyrant, as I like to refer to every other leader in the world that we haven't already overthrown and replaced and or bribed, Putin. And that his people hate him. But that wasn't true now, was it? So it's unfortunate that this is the way they're trying to make deals in the world. Threats and ultimatums, because that's not how you do business with nuclear superpowers. And we're not going to get anything out of this but pure theater to placate the masses. And at the end of the day, I'm going to go back to my original impression. They're pre-recording history as they lead up to the big event that they pre-engineered to dupe you and attempt to dupe me into saying this big catastrophe that came upon us was their fault. And that's why they're pre-cooking this history. So I can see where this is going to go. And once again, the lines are being drawn between the federal banking system and the BRICS banking system. And the BRICS banking system is getting bigger every day with no massive debt like the Fed, and the Fed banking system is shrinking. And countries holding federal notes is shrinking, and countries holding their own currency for trade inside of the BRICS banking system is increasing. I don't see any change coming. Excuse me. I don't see any change coming soon. I just see theater. So, tell me what you guys think of that. Leave your comments, like, share, subscribe. And this is Richard and Pete from Walkabout Talkabout. We're going to see you guys next time. Until then, God bless us. Remember, Jesus saves. Amen.